Nice. Okay, I wanted to do a little follow-up of audio golf. So if you saw on Zoom, I did an interview about how this guy in Austria called Professor Chou. He was an amazing piano player. He is an amazing piano player, but he went from being a pretty average piano player to, in just 3 years, winning what he called what would be like the British Open of piano playing. It's this huge international competition in front of like 20,000 people, and he won it. And he said the way that he won it was because, like, I guess his tempo or something was off. So he started to use, as he was playing, he would make little sounds throughout the song in his mind, and that helped him strike the keys at the right time or something like that, right? He has that type of thing where he can see movement and then turn that into sounds. So anyway, the long and short of it is, he did this for other sports, and then he went to golf. And he said golf was the perfect thing because he could incorporate this sound. It's called sonification. So you are turning the movement into a sound, and you're vocalizing that sound while you're making a movement. And that's supposed to help you be more repeatable or more powerful, or maybe like softer, whatever you're trying to do. So like, it might be like one type of sound for something very powerful and another type of sound for something where you want to be kind of like soft with it. That was the video that we did. I said to him, I would really like to hear what this would be for a 7-foot putt, which is what I have here. From there to there, it's on a wide angle end, so it would probably look shorter, but that is 7 feet. I said I would really like to know what that is for a 7-foot putt, because when I was doing research for the book that I wrote with my friend Phil Reed, Elite Putting, when I was doing research for that and I was looking up some different stuff about strokes gains and stuff, 7 feet seems to be the absolute most critical distance of any putting stroke, because this is where like the tour would make like 50-50 from 7 feet. But there's a lot of different reasons that the 7-footer is important. So I shared with him that video that I did of the putt link, where I hit in that video probably 50 or more 7-footers. And so he watched that video and said, yeah, I have a good idea for the sound you need. So we got together via Zoom and we did that lesson where he gave me the sound and then also how to say the sound.
I'm going to give you a sound, Brendan, okay? And this is, like I said, let's get this straight. This is your sound, okay? It's very specific because other people have maybe a different sound, depending on the speed, but your sound, so I'm asking you, please not to post this.
Sure.
Because somebody else, it might not work properly. You understand? It's like, just because your doctor gives you, if you have a fever, this medication, doesn't matter, this will work just as well for somebody else.
Oh, cool. So customized, all right.
Okay, so your sound pattern, can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, your sound pattern for the 7-foot putt goes like this.
So firstly, you would line it up, and then when you go to actually stroke it, you say the phrase almost like you're saying it very loud in your head as you're stroking it. And I have found it to really, really be good. Like, I'm making a ton of these putts, and usually you should make about 50% of them. I'm like up near 100%. Since I did my whole lesson with him, I missed my first one that I did, but then I made like 12 of them in the row for the rest of the lesson.
So basically the idea is it's designed, even if you miss if you don't aim for it correctly, it'll never come up short. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's designed to go like 6-7 inches if you miss past the hole.
Then I asked him, I was like, hey, give me a sound for closer putts, because really, like, when it comes to mental problems, these putts here, like, so this is, what is that? 1, 2, 3. This is actually a little over 3 feet, but like even like 3 feet and in, or like 4 feet and in certainly, but right around that 3 feet mark is where it can start to get real nervy on the golf course. So I said, give me a sound for that. And he said, okay, I'm going to give you this sound, but this is our most requested sound. So now it's a totally different sound from what I was using for 7 feet. It really works well. Usually with Be Better Golf, I don't like there to be any secret information or anything held back. Like there's almost never on Be Better Golf will I do something where I'm saying, oh, I'm doing this one thing, but I can't let you guys know about it because it's like top secret or like I'm holding it back. This has got to be different. He really made me promise that I would not share the sounds. They have one sound that they've shared for a certain length of putt. They don't want people to start discounting it because they say, oh, I tried that and it didn't work, because it really has to be kind of like a custom built kind of thing. So I'm going to try my sound again here. And I am finding that I'm just draining. Well, I mean, it's so fast too, actually. It wasn't quite a while. I mean, he gave me the sound, and once I had the sound, there were some peculiarities to it. So it's like I was putting a little bit too much emphasis on one of the words, and it's something that he said when you make these sounds that I thought was really interesting. Was he said that you have to say it as if you're like a computer voice.
I want you to say it like really flat, like like your what is GPS thing. It's like an artificial voice, okay?
Oh, okay.
So I want without any inflection, very flat, like a computer voice.
No emotion, monotoned, those three sounds. Made it. Nice. I thought I might have yanked that one, but the streak continues. I mean, I'm making so many of these, and then I went to the course and I tried it. The day that I went to the course, because I had been putting here, I didn't even have my putter, but I started doing a ring of 3-footers and also 7-footers with just my wedge. This is a 5-iron, but I did this and I was just blading my wedge around the hole, but using the sounds. And it was great. I mean, obviously you don't do as well because you're just putting with the blade of your wedge, but it really felt good. He really wants this to work for me. So he doesn't want to do a zoom, because I was like, what I would love, because this is working really well for putting. I was like, I would love something for driver. I really struggle with my thoughts over driver, and I struggle on driver. But if I had something where I was rock solid on and around the greens, and then I was good with driver, I was like, I could figure out the rest. That would change my life. I might try to do a thing where I bring them out here, and if I brought them out here, I think I would create like a school or find like a country club where we could do like a fitting. So good. And you're saying the words like in your mind really clearly. So then one thing that I did, and I don't know if they would approve of this, I took those phonetic phrases and I put them into a computer voice, where you type something in and then it speaks it out. I put that in and then I recorded it on my voice memo on my phone, where it says it like a whole bunch of times in a row for like 3 minutes. So like I have the 3-footer sound, and then I put that on my headphones so I can hear the computer voice saying it. So, and then that's one way that I was practicing. And I was practicing that way. And man, you really get lost in it, and it feels pretty good. So if I get my sound locked in my brain again. And that is just flowing so nice. The two real benefits of it, one is it's just something for to keep your brain occupied in a productive and good way. He's working with a player on the Korn Ferry Tour, and he's working with some high-level teaching pros and stuff. Brad Faxon. Chipping, that would really be something too. Great. So it's just like a 5 in a row. Really, statistically, I should miss one of those, even on this perfect surface. Usually with these 7-footers, you would make half of them. So to get to 14, it would take you 28 putts. So if you're breaking 28, you're doing really well. All right, let's try it. It's my 100-foot putt game. Got the beats in my mind. Let's see if I'm any better doing 7-footers now that I have this special phrase. It's 1 of 1. 1 of 2. Two out of 3. Get real connected to the whole. Say the phrase. Join the music. It hopped. I hit down on it. All right, 2 out of 4. Yeah, I needed that so bad. Such a wonderful relief to low side that and still see it go in. All right, best putt of my life. 4 out of 6. 5 out of 7. Taking this to the finish. To the bitter end. 5 out of 7. Yes, 6 out of 9. 66%. 7 out of 11. Yes. Nice. 8 out of 13. God, I needed that so badly. 9 out of 14. Gosh, if anybody ever needed a putt, I needed that one there. A little bit hot. It felt great. $10 out of 15. 10 for 15. Let's go. Just smoked the shit out of it and I made it. 11 out of 18. 15, 67, yeah, 11 for 18. That's why I love doing this with the putt link way more. I'll put a link in the bio for the putt link. I blockoed it. 11 for 19, sorry. Shouldn't get upset at myself. Great putt. That's better. 12 for 20. High and oh, what a freaking great putt. Oh, it felt good. Wow, that felt good. 13 for 22. This is for... All right, 14 putts in 26. So I did 26 putts. My best ever was 23. So that was pretty good. I think it really helps me because I've never done the 7-foot game like this on such a slope. You can see we're over here on the side of the green. It's really it's like this quite a bit, and it's fast. Not really fast, but it's slightly bumpy with the Poana. So I'm really looking forward to putting this into play on the course. Especially too, like I felt a lot of pressure going around this circuit. Whenever I do this game, I feel a ton of pressure. I actually said the words there. I'll have to delete me saying that. The other thing that I'd like to try, although I'd have to edit it because I'm not allowed to reveal the phrase, is to go through and actually vocalize it. All right, now I'm going to try to actually vocalize it while I'm doing it. I'll have to delete this. I'll have to delete the sound of me doing it because it's top secret. But just to see on the course whether or not I should be doing it. I think that it's actually more powerful if you're just doing it in your mind than actually saying it, but let's try it. Good putt. 1 for 1. 1 for 2. I thought I hit that perfect. Well, that's 1 for 3. 1 for 4. Yeah, for some reason, I've tried this a little bit. It's more powerful saying it in your head than actually vocalizing it. Like you have that phrase going in your head, but when you actually say it, the ball comes out a little hotter. I think it's a little better if you're just thinking it and not actually saying it. Let's try it again. Well, say it a little louder and try it. All right. There's 2 for 6. Say it a little louder. Don't mumble it. Actually say it. There we go. You actually have to say it crisply. 3 for 7. All right, this is to get back to tour range here. Yep. That's what you have to do. See, when I was saying it, I was whispering it, and in my mind, it was clear. But when I was saying it, I was like, when I was saying it, I was trying to say it soft, and it was like it made it too breathy and loose. So if you're gonna vocalize it, you have to vocalize it clear, like the computer voice does it. Crisp, you gotta be crisp with it, okay? So now I'm draining. 5 for 9. It really makes a difference, because when I was just whispering, I was like, that souping things out, you have to be crisp. If you're gonna say it, like in your mind, you can say it loud and crisp, and it's not, you're not actually making any noise. But when you're saying it, you kind of whisper it. You don't want to do that. If you're gonna vocalize it, you actually have to really vocalize it crisply. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I was 4 for 8, 5 for 9, 6 for 10. Yeah, you gotta be crisp. Gotta be crisp with it. 7 for 11. That's a great comeback. And what a big difference that was. I'm glad I did this, because I'm actually draining even more saying it out loud, but you gotta say it out loud and say it crisply. Oh, scuffo. So good. 8 for 13. 13 for 20. This is for 14 for 21. That's better. So that is my new record at this game. I did pretty well saying the words in my mind. I got to like what would be a really good score for me right now, but I was able to break my all-time record when I vocalized it and actually said the words. But what was interesting is when I first tried to vocalize it and do it, I would like kind of whisper it. But when you kind of whisper it, you don't say the words crisp and clear like you're saying it in your mind and like they're meant to be said. About 4 balls into that run, I changed from whispering it to saying it, like striking it clear. That's what I have to do. All right, just 1 in a row. I want to make 4 in a row. Great putt. Just get in there, you stinker. You're too good to miss that hole. All right, 1 final putt. This is it. I am hitting this putt and then I'm ending this video. All right, so that's audio optics. I think it helps. It gives you a little bit of an edge. I don't think it's going to make you like a 500% better putter, but it will kind of clean up a lot of those edges. I'm gonna try to connect with those guys to get them out in California so people can try it here. But I'm a believer. I'm gonna start incorporating this in my game when I play. So I do think it'll make me a little bit sharper of a putter. And that's what I want, just a slight edge to get just a little better. Thanks for watching. Bye.